The Texas Parks and Wildlife television series is supported in part by Texas Parks and Wildlife Foundation, conserving the wild things and wild places of Texas thanks to members across the state. Additional funding is provided by Toyota. Your local Toyota dealers are proud to support outdoor recreation and conservation in Texas. Toyota, let's go places.
Coming up on Texas Parks and Wildlife.
I do it because it's fun. I do it for the team. I knew I needed something to do in high school, and I found what I think is a really good fit.
What yoga hike is just like it sounds. I mean, we hike and we do a little yoga.
Water.
So that's going to drag along the reef. It's going to pull up oysters, and then we're going to pull that into the boat and collect data on those oysters.
Texas Parks and Wildlife, a television series for all outdoors.
Go, go, go. Go downstairs, go.
Okay. Come on, this way.
Get down there, just like these people are, and stand behind your target. Okay, good luck.
I am Caroline Giannotti, and I go to Cass Tech High School. I'm a sophomore.
Let's get our bows on toes. Let's shoot.
Today, we are in the Fox Tech Auxiliary Gym doing archery practice.
Remember when you finish shooting your 5 arrows, hang your bow on your rack, go stand behind the waiting line.
I think it was a Tuesday. One of my friends came up to me during physics, and this was before we were friends. I barely knew her. And she said, hey, there's gonna be archery in the gym after school today at 4. Do you wanna come? And I was like, do I need to know how to do anything? And she said, no, no experience required. Coach told us as long as you don't shoot yourself in the foot, you'll be fine. So I showed up to the gym, and it's been history since. It's been a lot of fun.
My name is Janice Cucci. Where's your camera? Where's your phone? You ought to take a picture of that. I am the athletic coordinator, physical education teacher, and I am known as the archery coach. So there's a practice round, they don't score it, and she shoots a 49, and she can't count it towards her total score because it's only a practice round. I don't think she's ever shot that well. I call archery an equalizer. You don't have to be a certain height, certain weight. Don't have to be super athletic to participate. This is a non-scoring round. This is where you get your sighting in. Okay, you can shoot.
I am Peter Flotis. Bullseye. I'm a student at Fox Tech, and I'm a senior. I'm trying to have the same progress have I been making throughout this year for state. I'm hoping to achieve winning first place in state this year, as I did back in my freshman year in 2019.
So Peter Flores joined archery when he was a freshman, got to go to state his first year. It seemed to be a natural. Scores probably one of the highest scores for my team. There's some yellow, very shy, very quiet, but he's so helpful to other kids. When he sees somebody struggling, he'll go help them.
You know, you did pretty good with that practice round. You did, I know.
So he's a winner in all kinds of ways. I think archery does something for him.
I've been doing well. Long distance hasn't been as good, but it's something I need to practice anyways. Ah, that was bad. That was really bad. We make friends really quickly because doing archery in like total silence is really awkward.
There's always that one extra person, and I'm that. Yes, that's
I was
me.
going to wear a dress, but it wasn't clean.
Okay, see, I'm the only one dressed like Robin Hood.
When you just have your friends just talking about, like, you know, how's your day? Oh, this happened in this class. Oh, I have so much homework. It gets rid of a lot of the anxieties, which helps a ton.
Caroline is a little different than Peter, a little more outgoing, a little more outspoken,
Okay, there we go.
a little more full of energy, maybe not as much of an introvert or something that you might say. She tries to improve, she analyzes her shooting, she studies it, purchased her own bow. And again, I think archery does something for her.
I would say today's been a pretty successful day. I'm excited for Friday, which is our next practice in state, which is exactly a week away.
We're growing, we're learning what it's going to be like to go to state, the differences there that we may not have known before. But it's going as well as can be expected with all the kids being involved in multiple things. And I'm excited for the adventure that waits us coming up.
It's so weird being here so early.
Are y'all excited? That's good.
I'm tired, everyone's tired.
We're just hanging out until we leave at, I believe, at 6:30.
You all can nap on the bus going.
Oh my God, state. It's anxiety wracking. I'm very excited, but I'm mostly looking forward to the experience.
Okay, double check and make sure your bow case is down there. Ariel.
I've never been to a state competition for anything except for when I would travel with my sister to hers.
Caroline.
Here.
Alexia. Okay, 100% here. That's awesomeness. Okay, first thing, bathroom break. Now.
I'm very excited for state, but I'm kind of sleepy too.
All right.
Take a random
Peter, are you excited? Tired? Oh boy. I hate getting on buses.
Too bad this is my last year. Sophomore and junior, we didn't get to go state because of COVID. I really enjoyed the ride going from San Antonio to Belton because I'm usually just stay here in the city. But our first stop must go is Buc-ee's. At least I get to have one last time of doing this.
I'm gonna go check it out.
So as far as the tournament goes, I think just from past experience, my shooters will be overwhelmed when they walk into the building. It will be just eye-popping, but it will be such a great experience. So, is everybody awake? Yes. Okay, like I told you, long road trip. We represent not only the campus and each of your individual schools, but you representing your parents also, and your community and your family and all that good stuff. So be mindful of your language and your behavior, and let's go have a great experience, because that's what this is going to be. I always tell them you've got to take the challenge to see what you can do. Doesn't matter how you shoot, the thing is the journey. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, all the archers should be in their chairs, waiting the two-whistle command to get bow. All archers should be in the chairs.
It's number 17 on the top 20 school sports. As far as safety, there's only 3 sports safer: ping pong, bowling, and badminton. Archery's on a big upswing. It's been on an upswing for several years. And you know, in 2012, there were a lot of archery movies, and archery really got popular with Hunger Games and Brave and things like that. And it stayed popular. In Texas, about 100,000 kids do archery in their schools each year. All the schools today here are from all over the state. We have schools from the Valley, the Panhandle, Northeast Texas, all over. They're from rural areas, urban areas, private schools, home schools, big, you know, really large inner city schools, down to, you know, Big Bend National Park schools, a one-room schoolhouse. They're here with 4 kids. And so they're competing against, 6A high schools and stuff. So it's kind of a unique competition. That's one reason a lot of schools do it. It's a very adaptable, flexible program for all the kids to do at once. They can all shoot at the same time, no matter their athletic ability, their size, gender doesn't matter. The one-room schoolhouse in Big Bend National Park, for instance, it's K through 12. And so what PE activity, sport can you do with kindergartners through 12th grade?
Smell the spray paint in the air, trying to keep those lines fresh. So any help you can give us by avoiding stepping straight on that line is appreciated. Thank you.
There's a lot of younger kids here. I didn't expect to see kids so young, but it makes sense, I guess. It's pretty cool. I'm just nervous. I get anxiety so easily, so I am worried about being next to somebody that's like God at archery, has been doing it since like they were 2 or something.
They're getting a little more tense as we get closer to the time, but they'll be fine. They've done this in the gym many times, and it's just a matter of repetition, and after they shoot their practice round, I think they'll settle in just fine. They'll be good. Just relax and enjoy the moment. It's an experience somewhere where you would never have come had you not joined archery. Okay, go get y'all's bows and arrows and get lined up. See where that team's going down over there? That's where y'all need to go down.
All right, 15-meter practice round, unscored round. Oh.
Here we go. Just like practice, just like practice.
Everything is good. Range is hot.
What I'm doing to stay focused, I look at a target first and I tell myself mentally that I'm capable of aiming very well.
3 9s and 2 10s. Good job. Honestly, I get a lot of fun. Like, okay, I need to get my stance right, I need to get my arm right so the string doesn't snap on my arm. 1 9, 2 8, 7, and a 3. That's okay.
Check this out. Yellow nails, so you can shoot more yellow. I like it. Find some yellow. I don't know who's more nervous, me or them.
I think it was in middle school. They came in and a lot of them were really nervous. This one little girl looked like she was gonna cry, so I was like, can't have kids crying here. I'm gonna get thrown off. I gotta make sure she's all right. So I did make a friend. Hey, you have 2 more rounds. She was sweet. Talking about how she was doing good. I was happy for her. Yeah, so you're here to have fun. You'll be all right.
Range is hot.
I think they're doing extremely well. I think they're pleased with their results so far. And as soon as we finish here, we get to go shoot 3D, which no one from Fox Tech has ever done. Let's go, let's go. If y'all going to 3D, get over there with her, get over there with her. We gotta go. We are now shooting at the NASP IBO 3D Challenge.
Get both.
The kids are shooting 6 different targets in the shapes of animals, and they're finding it a big challenge compared to the bullseye target that they shot at earlier.
Oh, we are having a lot of fun. A lot of us are really nervous. We're trying to reassure each other, it's gonna be okay, you'll be fine.
Research says that when a student learns an activity like this in school as a young person, when they get older, they're more likely to try other outdoor activities like mountain biking, fishing, visiting state parks, hiking, hunting, perhaps.
Me and Carolina said we don't have hearts for it.
We don't have hearts for hunting. I would think the deer would be cute.
Not even fishing too. I don't want to hurt their...
Fishing's maybe.
Yeah, fishing.
Fishing is okay.
Get both.
They can just become a target archer. That's fine with us.
So 3D shooting, we have a lot of animals. We have a bear, a turkey, which I did not do very well on. 0. A white-tailed deer, and I don't remember the other one.
That was it. Last year. Emotional. Bittersweet.
All right, let me sign yours real quick, and we can switch back.
Just go for 2 minutes before leaving the scoring area.
Everybody give these kids a big round of applause as they finish up their state tournament.
It was a success, definitely. What's next? We are going to eat at Whataburger. Yes.
It was a great experience, and also kind of sad too because it's my last year. Bittersweet moment.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
If you cannot find the passion you're looking for, what you're doing like in clubs, athletics, academics, try something new.
I do it because it's fun. I do it for the team. I do it because I knew I needed something to do in high school, and I found what I think is a really good fit. If you want to do archery, do it. Even if you think like, I don't know how to shoot a bow, I'll shoot myself in the foot. You won't, unless you're doing something really wrong, then I don't know how you would do that. But it's stress relieving. Friends I've made through it, I'm close with them. It's a lot of fun. You'll be nervous, but just release it all with the arrow.
Celebrating a century of Texas state parks.
What yoga hike is just like it sounds. I mean, we hike and we do a little yoga. The trails are so nice. We do the 2.8 mile Onion Creek, the trail. I love how the trails are carved out. They're easy to follow. Any age level can hike. So we do a little warm up to get started. Have people get fully present, focus on why they're here, what they want to do while they're here. Do some warm up to get them ready to do a hike. Come on in, find a place where you're comfortable finding your feet. Sometimes we'll stop at a cool place and add some kind of an asana that has some meaning for that area that we're in. We stop at the old oak tree and do a tree pose there. For me, my practice goes a little bit deeper because I'm actually in the elements instead of elements that have been manufactured to make a studio. So the air is cleaner and the wood is natural and the sunlight feels really good. So what's cool is we can just go on a hike in nature and have people experience nature or the universe or God or whatever. At whatever level they're ready to experience that for themselves. And then we'll do a final practice, which is usually anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes down by Onion Creek in the picnic area. I want people to feel more connected to nature, not to feel as though there's something separate from nature. They are nature, they're an animal. We just got more sophisticated things. And so doing a hike and doing a little bit of yoga seems to narrow that gap. And as we become more aware of that, we treat each other better, we treat nature better. And it's all of this is in preparation for meditation. With meditation and then diving at the upper falls. I think it's an awesome way to start a Saturday morning. We're in and out, we've done a lot of exercise, we've done some yoga, and we're out by noon. You can go spend the rest of the time with your family and do all kind of stuff. You know, I get all heavy about all of the esoteric things that can happen, but it's just a fun way to spend the morning.
Texas Gulf Coast is just a special place. I've grown up fishing along the Texas coast. I'm an avid angler. All of this matters to me. The mission of our agency and of coastal fisheries to protect and conserve these resources matters to me on that personal level. There's a tremendous diversity of habitat types and fish to fish for. You know, there's shrimp and oysters, you know, that can be harvested by commercial fishermen and served to you in a restaurant.
So it's our job at Texas Parks and Wildlife to make sure that the bays stay healthy and can continue to support all of the people and the organisms that want to use them.
We're going to head out and do some oyster dredge sampling today. We're going to head out to Long Reef in Aransas Bay.
You know, these organisms, you know, these various habitats that we find in the bay system, whether it's Spartina marsh or seagrasses or oysters, you know, they're all critical to the health of the bay system.
Oysters are really important because they support a booming economic industry in Texas. It's $30 million. They also improve water quality, they protect shorelines, they protect from erosion. They're just really, really economically and ecologically important.
The oyster reef itself serves as a complex structure for fish and juvenile fish to hide from predators and grow up and become adult fish. So it serves a huge habitat role.
And so we've seen in many other areas of the world as oyster reefs begin to degrade, so go the rest of the ecosystem a lot of times.
Oyster management is incredibly complicated because they're both a habitat and a fishery. So when you fish them and you remove the individuals that you eat, you're also removing the habitat that it takes to support more oysters. And so you have to put oysters back, you have to put shell back, you have to restore it. You have to not only think of how many organisms you're harvesting, but how much shell you're harvesting too. And so it's one of those management issues that span a lot of different areas.
There's a lot of different ways we collect information on oysters. I mean, we have boats that collect sonar data for mapping of oyster reefs and things like that. We also sample the reefs themselves with what we call oyster dredges, which is like a big rake with a bag on it.
Ready? In the water. So that's going to drag along the reef, it's going to pull up oysters, and then we're going to pull that into the boat and just show you how we enumerate and measure and collect data on those oysters.
And we can look at those oysters and measure them and count them, and by doing that, you know, in a consistent way over time, we can look for trends and how many there are. We can look at things like the percentage of adult-sized oysters, or what we call market-sized oysters, which would be legal to harvest and sell. 75 relative to, you know, small, you know, juvenile oysters. 79. So those are a lot of the metrics that we would look at to kind of evaluate the health of a reef. You know, certainly we want to find a balance with harvesting, you know, what is an appropriate level of harvest, but we need to balance that with the overall health of the ecosystem and make sure that those oysters are there for harvest not only tomorrow, but the next year and the year after that and the year after that and the year after that.
We have fisheries here that are really world-renowned. We have redfish fisheries that are world-renowned. We have some of the last oyster fisheries that are world-renowned. And so just such a unique thing for us to have here in Texas, and I think we really just need to value that and protect that as best we can.
It's our job as fisheries managers to make sure that we manage the populations and ensure that harvest is occurring at a sustainable level so that not only our generation, but your kids, your grandkids can continue to enjoy a fresh meal of seafood and enjoy that resource for generations to come.
The people I work with, they're so dedicated and so good at what they do in protecting the habitats in the bay and the water quality and the critters that live in the water. I feel good that, you know, one of these days when I do walk away from this job and I have a lot more time to go fishing, you know, there will be plenty of fish in the water and I'll be able to enjoy that. So it's always been important to me, you know, to leave it in better shape than I found it. And I'm confident that with the quality of people we have working at Parks and Wildlife that it's definitely going to be in good hands when I walk away.
This series is supported in part by Texas Parks and Wildlife Foundation, conserving the wild things and wild places of Texas thanks to members across the state. Additional funding is provided by Toyota. Your local Toyota dealers are proud to support outdoor recreation and conservation in Texas. Toyota, let's go places.